Now, for the first time, a Cambridge University college has 90% of its students coming from state schools. Across the UK, more than 9 out of 10 children are at state-funded schools, but at Cambridge University, only around 7 out of 10 students come from the state sector. Cavendish College has been working with schools around the country to attract students from different backgrounds. Now, Professor Dame Madeline Atkins is the college president. Hello, Madeline.
Hi, Dotty. Hello, everyone.
And Luke Patterson and Tasnia Khan are both students at Cavendish. Good morning, you two.
Good morning, Dotty.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. So, Madeline, more than 90% of your students now coming from state schools. How does that compare to, say, 10 years ago even?
So, compared to 10 years ago, this is a big historic milestone that we've just met. More than just the 90% from state schools, just as important, 1 in 4 are the first in their family to go to university. 60% of our intake come from backgrounds that are disadvantaged or historically excluded from Cambridge, frankly. So that makes us the most diverse college in Cambridge. 10 years ago, that would not have been the case. 10 years ago, we were admitting simply women of mature age, also an underrepresented group, but now we've extended that to lots more underrepresented and excluded groups.
So what are you doing now to attract the broadest range of applicants?
So we're working, thanks to the generosity of donors, we're working with more than 160 state schools to help them and their brightest pupils really get fantastic A-level grades, which you need, frankly, to get into Cambridge, Oxford, or some of the other difficult to get into universities. And we do it with a program called the Academic Attainment Program. It's free to the pupils, it's online, and it gives them extra teaching from the point where they finish their GCSEs all the way through to the point where they apply to university. And we use this really to make sure they get the top grades that they're capable of getting. And it works.
And can absolutely anyone access that program? Like, could a private school student access that program if they wanted to?
They have to have various background characteristics to get onto the program. So they would not, this is a program for state schools. We don't exclude private school students from Cavendish College. About 8 or 9% of our intake are from private schools. But we don't particularly look to private schools. We look to state schools, and we never lower the bar on the grades we require.
Okay, so no matter who you are and where you come from, once you get to the application or the interview process or the grades that are being asked for, everyone's treated exactly the same way.
That is correct. And we make some of the toughest grade offers actually in Cambridge. Most of our in fact, on average, all our students studying sciences, technology, engineering, maths, medicine, they come in with 3 A stars. Grade A stars at A level, and those coming in for humanities or social sciences, they average 2.5 A stars at A level. So as I say, we never lower the bar, but we work with schools and these fantastic young people to make sure they get the A level grades they're capable of.
Let's talk to some of these fantastic young people. Tasnia, are you still there?
Hi, yes.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. So I think that you came to Cambridge from a state school and that you're also the first in your family to go to university. Is that right?
Yes, I am one of the first generations in my family to go to university.
Okay.
And I do come from a state school.
Did you always want to go to uni?
I did always want to go to uni. Not always Cambridge. I think I decided to go to Cambridge around 2 to 3 years before application, but university was always a name for me.
Okay, what was it that made your mind sort of tick over to Oxbridge application? Because it's quite an undertaking.
Yeah, I saw my sister apply to Cambridge for medicine, and just seeing her go through the process, familiarising myself with it to help her as well. And also it's I kind of viewed it as like I have everything to gain and not much to lose. It's 1 out of 5 options. So, if I applied, I get in and I do well. And if I don't apply and if I don't get in, then it just means I wasn't the right fit.
What are you studying?
I'm studying law.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. And what did your parents and teachers say when you said, I want to give it a crack, I want to apply to Cambridge?
I think they've always encouraged me. They've always wanted me to apply. My teachers, they've always said to me, even since like the beginning of sixth form, that you will apply to Cambridge. And I think my parents knew it was in the books for me as well.
Okay. Did you feel that there were barriers to you as a state school student? Did you feel that it was a higher mountain to climb than somebody who goes to private school?
I think definitely. I think when it came to practicing for the admissions test, writing the personal statement, I think my school didn't necessarily have the resources. I had to go to external organizations like Zero Gravity to get the mentoring and to get the assistance I need to be able to write these personal statements, to be able to do these admissions tests.
And of course, the application process is one thing. Actually being at the university is another thing. What was it like starting at Cambridge?
I think I'm quite surprised at how quickly it became home. I think it's always a bit scary to move away from home, especially when you have this conception about what Cambridge will be. But I think Lucy has this bridging week where we come in a week early, and it really let me familiarize myself with my peers and make friends quite early on. So I think I was quite surprised at how quickly it became home and how quickly I became comfortable here.
So that's called Bridging Week. And is that a week before Freshers Week?
Yeah, so it's a week before Freshers Week where Lucy brings us in early, lets us do social activities with our peers, gets us used to the system at Cambridge, all the IT stuff, all the admin stuff, so we can enjoy Freshers Week.
Okay, and Luke, I guess that you have been part of organising that in the past, because I think that you're a former president of the student community at Lucy Cavendish, is that right?
That's right, Dotty. So it's been really great. So I took part in Bridging Week when I first joined the college, and that was actually one of the reasons that I applied to Lucy Cavendish, because I did not see myself at Cambridge at all. And when you're applying to all the different colleges, and we were applying during the pandemic, so you couldn't come to visit Cambridge, everything was done online. It was like the TripAdvisor of Cambridge colleges of where to apply to, and I based my application off that Bridging Week programme that would enable me to settle in, and also a college that looked really friendly. So we've delivered Bridging Week for a number of years now, and it's getting bigger and bigger each year. We deliver it not just to our undergrads, but we deliver a shorter version to our incoming graduate students as well. And it's so important because a lot of our students, myself included, when we come to Cambridge, all we've known academically is our GCSEs and our A levels. But Cambridge looks for that super curricular knowledge. They are looking for you to read around the subject as well as just what you need to do when it comes to your exams. And it's a very scary prospect when you open an academic reading list and realise you don't know where to start. And the college is there to help you. Students that maybe go to different schools have had that experience in the past, but the students that come to Lucy don't. So the college helps us through that process and enables us to not just be on an equal footing to our peers from other colleges, but to be a step ahead or whenever they join us.
What are you studying, Luke?
So I'm in my second year studying politics and social anthropology.
Oh, goodness me. You're smart youngsters. Dear me. And I think were you at state school before coming to Cambridge? Is that right? Talk a little bit about your journey to being a Cambridge student.
Yeah, so as the accent gives away, I am originally from Northern Ireland, and not many people take the trip over the sea to come to university in Cambridge. And it was my school. I was high performing academically in school, but I didn't see myself coming to Oxbridge or even leaving Ireland for university. It's a thing that we do, that we tend to stay at home, and it was my school that was trying to encourage me to apply, but I just couldn't see myself there at all. And it was only until I found Lucy Cavendish as a college online that I thought, oh, here's a place that I could actually feel at home. Because as much as a Cambridge college is there for your learning, it's also the place that you live, that you socialise, that you eat. And it's a really important thing that you're able to feel at home there, because it's a really, really intense degree. The average student spends around 50 hours a week studying. So you want somewhere where you can't feel comfortable when you come home from the library at the end of a very long day, and Lucy Cavendish is certainly that place.
Luke, Tasnia, really lovely to speak to you. I wonder if we can close by talking to you again, Madeline, as the college president. You know, the overall stats for Cambridge University is that around 7 out of 10 students come from the state sector. Would you call on other colleges to be bringing up those numbers in line with the kind of average figure of UK-wide 9 out of 10 kids being at state schools?
So in my experience here in Cambridge, I think all the colleges are having outreach programs of different kinds into the state school sector. For us at Lucy Cavendish, it's really part of our DNA. We were founded as the college to open the Cambridge door to disadvantaged or excluded groups from our society. And for us, it's, as I said, it's our DNA. We live it, we breathe it, we really value it. And so I think it's not surprising that we are the most diverse college in Cambridge, and indeed the college with more than 90% from state schools. And I think that's right for us. Different colleges have slightly different missions, but all of them are keen on reaching out to schools. I should say too, in my experience, I've been a secondary school teacher, and I think state secondary schools have done an absolutely amazing job over the last decade. The grades are rising at A level pretty much across the board. The MATs, the Academy Trust, the multiple Academy Trusts have done a brilliant job in lots of places. For example, the Harris Trust in London is fantastic. And alongside that, we've got a 30% increase in people applying to Cambridge over the last 10 years. So I think it's bound to be the case that more students from secondary schools, state secondary schools, get into Cambridge now and get the offers. And I'm delighted by that. But Lucy is a bit special.
She would say that, wouldn't she? Dame Madeline Atkins, the college president at Lucy Cavendish College, and my thanks as well to Luke Patterson and Tasnia Khan, who are students there.